The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman completes a 4-match sweep of the Peach Belt this weekend, beating Augusta and Lander in 4 sets today. And Coach, sluggish starts in terms of losing that first set in both matches today, but what propelled your team? What was the key for your team in making those comebacks in sets 2, 3, and 4?
Absolutely. For some reason, our first sets, we just kind of came out a little flat. Both sets we started fighting towards the end, but at that time it was a little too late. But when we came back into the second set, we knew that we had to fight and battle together. And our biggest thing is that we focus on games to 5, and when we mentally focus on the small games to 5, we seem to play so much harder for every single point.
When you look at this Lander match, they got off and rolling, and one of their best, Kyra Ross, had 7 kills, but you were able to slow her down after that. What adjustments were you able to make?
We made sure that we knew where she was at all times. We just got on her, we blocked her, we cheated towards her because we knew that's where the ball was going to go. And we tried to just at least get a touch on it and slow her down so that she had to find a different shot against us, and in the end it worked.
Obviously, when you play 4 matches in roughly 30 hours, that 4th match can be a little bit dicey. Well, Lander had a lot of gas in the tank despite playing 5 sets. You guys seemed ultra motivated. What was the motivation, not just for this match, but for the whole weekend?
You know, we just wanted to battle together, and we continued to talk about that in the huddle, that we needed to unite together, we need to communicate, and make sure that we were just there for each other. And we talked about over-communicating and making sure if we saw shots, we saw them. And Lander pulled out some amazing defensive plays. Their defense was just on point today, and we struggled putting the ball away, but we just stayed composed, and we talked about making sure that we were just calm on the inside, and we took care of business.
I know for you, this is your first year here, but this team had struggled to fully get over that hump. Mm-hmm. This weekend was ultra important. How can you put into words what this weekend means for this program?
This group is a very special group of young women. They are phenomenal human beings. We could talk all day long about how amazing that these girls are and how their futures are just going to be full of important things in life. But honestly, this weekend was huge as a region standpoint. But we got to get back into conference next week, and that's what we're going to focus on.
Let's talk about a couple key players in this one. It felt like Megan Oldenburger, Marnie Streeter were dominant all weekend. Erin Edwards played really well. What did you see from them? And then perhaps, obviously, it starts with the defense, Morgan Ballard in the back, and then the setters had a great weekend.
Absolutely. Marnie and Megan both had a phenomenal weekend. They're so easily coached, and they adjust to whatever we throw their way, and every single thing that we asked them to do, they did, and that's all I could ask for them for now. And Morgan did a phenomenal job for us in the back row, and Erin just went off, and we appreciate every single one of these athletes put a huge part in this entire weekend.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
She's Ashley Tiernan. I'm Michael Watring, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.